when Orlando Pirates play against, that is MC Alger, in the CAF Champions League quarterfinal second leg, this game is a season-defining game for both teams. So for MC Alger, they won the league in Algeria last season. For this season, they are top of the league as of now, and they are most likely to win the league again. For Orlando Pirates, they were second in the league last season, and this season, they are also second now, and very likely to finish second, even though they still are in competition to win it. Most likely, they might finish second. So the only difference could be this tie. Who advances to the next stage will probably have a better season from last season. So this game is a season-defining game. Pirates lead by 1-0 from the first leg, but is the tie over yet? Well, there is a lot to unfold, so I'll tell you about all of them. I don't know what I'm doing. For MC Alger, the league has been postponed for them for about 1 month, so about, I think, 27 or 26 days now. The only thing they've been preparing for is Orlando Pirates. So it was no surprise they were very prepared and very aggressive in that first leg game, because that is the only game on their mind for the technical team. Everybody associated with MC Alger, all their thoughts is just Orlando Pirates. For Orlando Pirates, well, they played their last game against Polokwane City in the South African League, won by 1-0, which is a good boost going into this game, knowing that you've won your last game, going into such a crucial game at the Orlando Stadium. So this game is at the Orlando Stadium, the home of Orlando Pirates. So do I think the game will be similar to the first leg? Well, it will depend on a lot of factors. One of them in the first leg, MC Alger, the home team, had the 12-man, that is the home fans, who played a huge advantage for them. They wouldn't be available this time. It will be Orlando Pirates who have the 12-man to the advantage. Second of it also is that both teams were unfamiliar to each other. So Orlando Pirates was unfamiliar to MC Alger. MC Alger was unfamiliar to Orlando Pirates. It was a bit difficult preparing for the game and how to react to both sides. But now that they play against each other, both coaches and technical benches have a fair idea of what to expect from each other. Then three, I think it was also a very tensed moment for Pirates, especially for that game, which was away. There was a lot of pressure on the team. That pressure will not be available again, especially after they have a 1-0 advantage from the first leg. But I think both teams can be fooled. It's possible both teams can be fooled by this 1-0 goal from the first leg. And first of all, let me tell you how the MC Alger team can be fooled. So it starts from this quote from the coach after the game against Orlando Pirates, the first leg. And the quote was like, "The disappointment is great, given the content of the match and the chances we created. We were told the opposing team walks on water, but we absolutely saw none of that. We pinned them in their half throughout the entire match." So from this quote, I'm really hoping that this is not the thought of the MC Alger players, and this is only the thought of the coach for this game, because it feels like they might underrate Orlando Pirates. If this is the thoughts of the coach, they're going to underrate them in this game, and it's going to be the end of them if they really do underrate Pirates, because this is how Ali won the Champions League last season. They played all their games in the knockout stages away from home first. So when they went away to play, they were not so convincing. They were quite unconvincing. They didn't dominate as you'd expected them. So the first game they played against Simba was more dominant. So Simba going into the second leg felt like, is this the Ali we were told of? I mean, we were comfortable against them. So they went to Cairo lowering their defenses a bit down, and they were smashed. Same thing was for TP Mazembe in the quarterfinal, and quite similar in the final two against ES Tunis. So the last thing you want to do is to underrate your opponent and think that we can easily pin them down, we can easily beat them down, because in Africa, playing away and playing at home is very different. But for Orlando Pirates too, I'm really hoping that they don't think the game is over yet because they won 1-0 away. Because it's very dicey. And the dicey thing is that if MC Alger gets just one goal, if they get just one goal, the away goal advantage is lots for Pirates. And the advantage swings in favor of MC Alger. So there is the need to be focused throughout the entire 90 minutes. We've seen the quality of MC Alger. They can threaten Pirates. They can bring the game to Pirates. So there is a need to stay focused, stay glued, have a plan, stay glued to the plan, follow the plan to the end to succeed from this game. So team news for this game, MC Alger will be missing their goalkeeper, Abdul Latif Ramdan. He's injured and out for the game. So the backup goalkeeper, Tofik Muswawi, will be coming to fill in the gap. And it shouldn't make any much difference because Tofik formerly played with Tia Belouizdad. Last season, he was their goalkeeper in the Champions League. So he's no stranger to the Champions League. He has the experience already, played with the Algeria national team, played a lot of games also in Africa. So very experienced goalkeeper stepping in as backup. For Orlando Pirates, we're welcoming back Patrick Maswangani, who wasn't available for the first leg. So it's a boost for the attacking play. Also, Paseko Mako will be coming back into this game after he was suspended for the first leg. So a boost in attack and a boost in defense for Orlando Pirates for this game. I think the ideal approach for MC Alger for a game like this, playing in South Africa against a team like Orlando Pirates who have the quality, who would have been to starve them out, block them off of creating the chances, shut them down at the Orlando Stadium. But unfortunately, they don't have that luxury of doing that. Because I watched their game against Yanga, and this team, this MC Alger team, knows how to shut an opponent down. But unfortunately, they don't have the luxury to play such a defensive-minded game. So they have to come out to play this game at the Orlando Stadium. And the approach I'm seeing this MC Alger team will come out with is that they know they are down by 1-0. They need to score to even the odds. So I'm thinking the very first 15 minutes, even before the Orlando Pirates team settle, the MC Alger team will be out full gun blazing, very aggressive in the first 15 minutes to try and get a goal. Because if they get a goal in the first 15 minutes, it's suddenly 1-1 on aggregate. And the advantage will now be with MC Alger because the next goal they score will mean they have 2 goals now and their away goal will be in their favor. So Orlando Pirates will have to really deal with that bit. And I think the approach for Pirates, especially for a game like this, will have to be very calm, in the first 15 minutes, especially. I don't think Pirates should go all guns blazing in the first 15 minutes. I think they'll have to control the game because for MC Alger, they have nothing to lose. They know they must win this game. If they lose, they are out. So there is nothing to lose, but they have everything to fight for. So they are coming all out in the first 15 minutes. If you also go all out against them, it's going to be an end-to-end affair. It's going to be 50-50. So whoever scores, if MC Alger scores, they now have the advantage back in their favor. If Orlando Pirates score, Alger came into this game and they have to score 2 goals to qualify. So even if Orlando Pirates score 1 goal, they know they still need 2 goals to qualify. So they can still be aggressive and chasing. So I think there is the need for Pirates to control the game, especially in the first 15 minutes. Bring the tempo of the game down. Make sure that the game doesn't roll that aggressively. Bring the tempo down. Make sure the game is calm. Control the game in that first 15 minutes. When the game is stabilized, then it can now impose the attacking style on the game. So with this being said, I think players like Cabello, Dlamini, Talent Mbata, Mohamed Khosa will be very, very, very needed in the middle and also sort of try and control the game from the middle for Orlando Pirates. But this man, the coach of Orlando Pirates, I think he'll have a huge part to play because it's possible. It's possible this game can be his last game in the Champions League for Orlando Pirates because he has announced that he wouldn't be staying beyond the season. And if they fail to qualify against MC Alger, this is his last game in the Champions League. So I don't think for a game like this, he will want to sit back and defend for 90 minutes, especially when it's possible it can be his last game. He wants to give the fans something to remember him for. If it's his last game, at least he gave the fans something to remember for. There's nothing to lose for him. And there's no job to lose if the team doesn't qualify. But then he has everything to give us. So at least give the fans something to remember, something memorable. So I think in mapping a strategy for the game, it's also a home game. You have your home fans behind you. You don't want the fans to be cheering you on whilst you are defending for 90 minutes. You have to come out and play. So I'm expecting Orlando Pirates to come out and play. So after the first 15 minutes, when they stabilize the game, when they try to control the game, and not to defend though, but then control, have possession of the ball, not to be quick to play long balls to go and attack, but then possess the ball, make sure the game is calm. So I think after the first 15 minutes, when they calm the game down, they can now map up the strategy for the game and then hit the MC Alger team very hard in attack. So my prediction for this game, man, I'm sensing that MC Alger will score with how aggressive they've been so far. In the first leg, the striker Mohamed Bangura was so aggressive. By 23 seconds, he got a chance to try and get a goal for MC Alger. And I'm sure they'll come with same aggression in the second leg. And I think they'll score. But I'm sensing a 2-1 result in this game. Who wins? It's whether Orlando Pirates or MC Oja wins it 2-1. I'm thinking more Orlando Pirates will have the advantage to win this game by 2-1 and qualify to the next stage. But you can also let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Who do you think wins this one?